All right, well, the day has come. Terrashroom, as seen on Shark Tank, finally arrived this evening after 2 years of waiting from the original crowdfund. It's actually a reality. So today I'm going to be trying to do a little unboxing video for you. As you can see, it comes in the really, really pretty box. A little 360 here so you can kind of see what's going on with it. They did a good job with the marketing, I gotta say. Gives a lot of good information about the product here. And ironically enough, only people who bought this thing online are going to be able to see the marketing. So, irony at its finest, I suppose. But one thing that I'm noticing that I saw in the marketing online that I'm not seeing in here is looks like it does not come with the included mushroom block holder, the white one that we saw in a lot of the marketing. But once I dig into this a little bit more, I will be able to confirm or deny that. So let me readjust the camera a little bit and we can dig in and see what's actually in this box here. All right. Got the tabs open. Got to do this with one hand, so pardon some of the awkwardness. Moment of truth. There we go. Much touted user manual. Again, great marketing on this. The art looks all really crisp. Very professional looking. Excited to dig into this a little bit and see all the goodies that they provide in here. Nuggets of information, we'll leave that out here. And, you know, as this is all coming from China, I have to say the packaging on this is super robust. They're given a lot of really good stuff to keep all of your investment safe. Last thing you want is to pay a handsome chunk of change and then that to be stuck. All right, now to get this out. All right, I'm gonna have to put the phone down to get two hands on this one because this is not the lightest thing in the world and there's no handles, as you can see, so wait for take two. Well, you didn't miss anything in taking it out of the box. It was just the dome and the electrical unit down here and the quick start guide, the user manual that we already looked at earlier. But I mean, as you can see, this thing is super compact. It is, you know, it stands proud, I gotta say. It's not the smallest thing I've ever seen, but it's it'll accept a large mushroom block, which is really good. So you're not constrained to one specific size. Obviously, there's a bunch of other stuff in here, which we'll get to in a second once I take the dome off. But there was some protective plastic that I took off just a second ago, so you just missed me fumble around with that. But I'll take the dome off and we'll go through each of the constituent parts underneath. We took the dome off. We're just left with the interior protecting ribbing that they put in here and some of the accessories. Just kind of pop off here if we can get them out. Oh, this is really well packed in here, I gotta say. Watch me fumble with that, and we'll get rid of this. Nothing else in there. And some bubble wrap. And obviously we have the camera apparatus and the light ring. They package this in a really nice way, so everything stays nice and compact and nothing gets broken in transit. So the camera sits up right up here. As you can see, there's a little camera protector lens protector on this, so just make sure you take that off. This is, I believe, meant to stay on here. This is a diffuser for the light or something, I'm not too sure. But nonetheless, you can kind of snake this around your grows and it stays in place really, really nicely. I mean, not a whole lot of fiddling around with it necessary, so that's nice. And then inside the box, we'll get into some of these component boxes. Some are labeled A, P, and what's this one labeled? No label on this one. That's all right. But we have the actual base plate here, and then underneath is the water reservoir that just pops right out, and that's how you fill this. I believe you have to unscrew that white plastic bit on the end. You fill that up, and then you pop it right back inside, just like that. Really easy. Not a whole lot of removable parts on the base, which makes it super user-friendly. The only thing is that you have to keep aware of, right back here, when you receive your unit, you'll see this vent on the back. Make sure you take that off before you start using it, because inside you'll get a couple of these. So first one, I guess one's black and one's white, that's new. But inside here you got your intake and exhaust. One, I'm assuming one of them is intake and one of them is exhaust. I'm not sure which, but just make sure you take the plastic off of your HEPA filters, because obviously you're not going to do too much mushroom growing without unwrapping those, so just keep that in mind. I'll put this real grate back on afterwards, because I got to take those filter covers off anyways. But let's go ahead and see what's inside here. Let me go get a knife. I'll be right back. And we're back. Next, let's pop into some of these. Just do a quick reveal of what we have inside here. I'm assuming this is the power supply. It is. It's a surprisingly big power supply too. Got a nice texture on the outside. I'm assuming this is going to be an indicator light here. Nothing too special about that. And the wall outlet, obviously. I'm assuming this is going to be, unless I break it, this is going to be, okay. Danger. All right, got our scalpel here. That's going to help us open up our mushroom cakes and cut them open once the time comes. So I guess this is a lot of, nothing really left in there. This is going to be, I think, some mushroom supplies. This looks like micropore tape, potentially. And we got a microfiber cloth to be able to, wipe down everything. Maybe an inoculation syringe? I'm not entirely sure. We'll check. And our little scalpel for opening up our mushroom blocks. That's really nice that they provide that, because obviously not everybody's going to have something like that. I'm assuming it comes sterile, but obviously make sure you have a bottle of isopropyl alcohol to be able to ensure that your grows remain uncontaminated. This is, okay, so this is the grow block plate. Very similar to like a watch glass for any chemistry nerds out there. So this will sit, let's put this back on, just like that. There's no specific place. These don't index anywhere, so just make sure that it's off. None of the feet are sitting in there, obviously. Just don't be a dummy. Obviously, this is, I believe, where the atomizer is going to produce the steam, or rather the aerosolized water vapor, to be able to keep your grow nice and humidified. But yeah, I mean, that's everything that's provided in the box. Here, we'll scoot everything in so you can get a nice little picture of what it's going to look like as it comes to you. Yeah, I think they did a really good job with this. It's not too complicated. There's not a whole lot to do, not a whole lot to set up. There is an application that you're going to do. I'm assuming that's going to be provided. The instructions are going to show you how to set up everything in the user guide. This is going to be my little inoculation station here once everything's said and done, and my little grow station. So I have a lion's mane block coming in within the next few days. I'll do another video on that. I know there's a couple roaming around, but I'll do a video on that to show kind of how this works with that and what a grow might look like for you. Give me some time to be able to put everything together. And next thing, I guess with the magic of movie making, you'll be able to see what this sucker looks like all set up and ready to go. So I'll put everything together, put the HEPA filters back in without their plastic on it, and show you what your final product might look like. We finally got everything running. I was a little bit worried when I first turned it on, and you can see I got the mood lights going now, that when you turn on the unit and you get it paired, everything, the lights will stop. Okay, so they just shut off, and I was a little bit worried that unfortunately something might have happened with it, but no, it's working just fine. The unit turns off the lights. My app was being a little bit buggy, but after a quick reset, it works just fine. I can't change the lights while I'm recording right now, but I got the glowing ring to kind of change colors. Additionally, you got the top light to do the same. That's kind of doing its own little thing up there. You might be able to see it moving around and changing colors a bit. There is a little bit easier to see. But actually, let me see if I can get this a little bit better here. There we go. Still figuring out all the camera stuff, but we'll get there one day at a time. But it's looking really, really slick. I have it so the fan and everything isn't running at the moment. I'll just keep the lights on for a little bit of mood lighting while it's kind of in standby mode. A lot more learning to do, but once that mushroom cake comes in, we'll have another fun video for you guys.